We built cities of steel and glass. We carved highways through mountains. We redirected rivers. We split the atom. From space, our planet glows with human light. We tell ourselves we are in control, that we've mastered the wild, that nature has been mapped, measured, and managed. But control is fragile, because sometimes nature doesn't strike with a single predator. It doesn't roar. It doesn't charge. It multiplies. It gathers. It overwhelms. And when it moves in numbers, civilization feels small again. Animal catastrophes are not myths. They are not ancient stories from forgotten eras. They are modern, they are measurable, and they are increasing. Not because animals are changing, but because balance is. In 2020, farmers across East Africa walked into their fields expecting routine work. Instead, they looked up and watched the sky disappear. Across Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia, desert locust swarms expanded across hundreds of miles. This was not a cluster. It was not a seasonal inconvenience. It was a biological storm. A single square kilometer of locusts can contain 40 million insects, 40 million mouths, and each day that single swarm consumes as much food as tens of thousands of people. They move with the wind. They descend without warning. They land, and within hours, green fields become skeletal remains of stems and dust. Farmers beat pots. They waved cloth. They tried fire, smoke, noise. It didn't matter. When numbers reach that scale, individual action means nothing. This wasn't just crop damage. It was economic collapse in motion. Food security evaporated. Livestock starved. Communities faced hunger not because of drought, but because the sky itself was eating. Locust outbreaks are driven by unusual weather patterns. Cyclones create moist soil. Rainfall triggers rapid breeding. What begins as scattered insects becomes exponential multiplication. Nature doesn't grow in straight lines. It explodes, and when conditions align perfectly, it unleashes famine with wings. In 1932, in Australia, something happened that sounded absurd. Thousands of emus migrated inland after breeding season. They encountered farmland, wheat fields, fencing, water systems, and they stayed. The birds trampled crops. They broke barriers. They consumed what farmers had planted to survive the Great Depression. So the government intervened. Soldiers were deployed. Machine guns were mounted. A modern military response to a wildlife problem. But the emus did not behave like an enemy force. They did not charge in a straight line. They scattered in coordinated groups. They regrouped. They moved unpredictably. Gunfire wasted ammunition. Trucks stalled in rough terrain. The birds outran, outmaneuvered, and outlasted the campaign. The operation failed. History calls it the Emu War. It's often told as comedy, but beneath the humor lies something deeper. When wildlife populations surge beyond expectation, control becomes complicated. Technology does not guarantee dominance. Sometimes nature simply absorbs the pressure and keeps moving. In parts of rural India, night carries weight. As forests shrink under logging and expansion, ancient elephant migration routes intersect with human settlements. Elephants remember pathways passed down for generations. They return to them instinctively. But now those pathways contain houses, farms, villages. When herds arrive, they do not see property lines. They see food. An adult Asian elephant can weigh over 5 tons. Its strength is immense. Wood walls splinter instantly. Grain storage collapses under pressure. Entire harvests can vanish in minutes. For villagers, the destruction is devastating. For elephants, it is survival. These encounters often result in tragedy on both sides. Humans are injured or killed. Elephants are electrocuted, shot, or poisoned in retaliation. This is not invasion, it is displacement. Habitat fragmentation forces animals into shrinking corridors. And when corridors disappear, conflict becomes inevitable. The catastrophe is not just physical destruction. It is coexistence breaking down. In Australia, the land swings between abundance and drought. After heavy rainfall, grasslands bloom rapidly. Water sources refill. Conditions become ideal for reproduction. Kangaroo populations surge. In peak years, estimates have reached into the tens of millions. At first, it seems like success, thriving wildlife, expanding herds. But ecosystems have limits. Overgrazing strips vegetation faster than it can regenerate. Livestock compete for the same resources. Water becomes scarce, then the rains stop. Heat intensifies, grass disappears, and the same population boom becomes a mass die-off. Bodies scatter across dry plains. Starvation spreads silently. This is the brutality of ecological imbalance. Boom, then crash. Nature does not maintain stability for comfort. It operates on cycles, and when those cycles accelerate, suffering follows. We build higher, we design smarter, we deploy faster, but the planet still operates on ancient rules. Energy flows, populations rise, resources deplete, and correction follows. Animal catastrophes are not revenge. They are not targeted, they are not malicious, they are mathematics, biology responding to imbalance, and when that response unfolds, it can darken skies, crush villages, freeze herds, empty rivers. The wild does not ask for permission. It does not wait for approval. It simply moves, and when it does, we remember. We are not separate from nature. We are inside it, and its rules apply to us all